how would you describe, I suppose, the transition now going into the last couple of 2 months of the season? Because as some people would say, this is a business end now.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, I feel like for us, we were on a really good run of winning games. Maybe not playing amazingly well, but winning games 1-0, 2-0, something like that. So it really set us up for a good string of results. And obviously, football is extremely volatile. You can be such an amazing team when you play AC Milan away from home at the San Siro, and then not be quite at it against Leicester, and all the criticism follows, which is completely understandable. We're footballers, we take it on the chin. We have to be winning games like that. So for us, it was a real kick in the teeth, that one, in terms of where we wanted to be in terms of winning trophies. But as I say, it's a marathon, and this team's evolving. It's not a time to panic or anything like that. I feel like we've got a really good group of players with top quality, as everybody can see. The majority of the weeks when we are really, really focused and dialed into everything that we're doing. So yeah, opinions and stuff like that, something that can affect players, but I feel like in our team we've got real stable characters and good heads on people's shoulders as well.
I think you hit the nail on the head just right there, because one of the things I do like and praise, especially in recent times about United, is just the ability to grind out results sometimes. It's not pretty, it's not the most gorgeous, 4-0 win or something every time, but it's a cheeky 1-0 here and there. But we always hear, the United faithful and people harping about the United way, the old school, free-flowing, beautiful football. Do you think now is that something that you want people to understand, that sometimes it's not all about that? It's time to kind of build a different identity of sorts?
No, it is about that. The manager reiterates it to us all the time that we have our way of playing. The Manchester United way is fast attacking football, scoring loads of goals and being dominant in football matches. And we've had that. We've had games where we've completely dominated, and sometimes it might not fall for you in terms of scoring all the goals. We beat Southampton 9-0 and obviously 10 men and stuff like that. But we've had real good games, Leipzig at home, where we've dominated and scored 5 goals. So people are quite quick to forget how well we've done at times. It's the sloppy results that are letting us down in that respect. Every team's evolving. You see what West Ham are doing this year in terms of the way that they're playing. Leicester, Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham. I'm reeling off nearly 10 teams in the Premier League who've got top draw players, and it's not as easy as you just go and beat these teams 4-5-0, because they're all well drilled, they're all got amazing facilities, and they're good clubs as well. So for us, the football always is evolving, and we have to adapt to it as well.
Is that something then that you kind of embrace? Because obviously just a couple of years back, we were only really talking about, United, obviously City in recent times too, Chelsea, Arsenal too. But now, like you said, you've got the likes of Leicester, you've got Spurs coming in here or there, you've got West Ham now, doing bits.
Yeah.
With man like J-Links. Do you just find that the Premier League's just getting that more and more competitive?
It's so competitive. It's by far the most competitive league in the world, and everybody can see that. Man City have done amazingly well to be in the position that they're in terms of COVID and the way the season's played out. So yeah, as I say, it's for us, it's a real opportunity in the coming weeks towards the end of the season, the business time to really kickstart and go again with fresh bodies.
And you mentioned COVID. Obviously, 2020 was a difficult year for all of us. We've seen how it has affected players. We've seen how it's affected teams in terms of injuries. But for you, man, you are like immune to it because you have just flourished. What's behind that? What's in the Highland waters that you've been drinking that, because 2020 has been such a transitional year for you, where I feel like you just hit another gear to the point where, if Ole's not choosing you week in, week out, we're flipping tables.
Yeah, obviously for me, I just do the best I can. Like my mum and dad have always raised me to be humble, hardworking, always wanting to do the best for the team. Listen, I'm not perfect every game, and I know that I've got a lot of things to improve on, but there's also a lot of things that I do well. So I'm just trying to keep playing my own game and improving off the pitch with the gym guys and the analysis to really help me kickstart my game to another level. And obviously for me, rest, recovery, playing 3 games a week is where I want to be at Manchester United. So I just want to do my best, and that's that really. I feel like you can put too much expectation on yourself to do this or to do that. You just have to take it game by game, and the manager reiterates that to me all the time. He just says keep keep doing what you're doing. We want you to keep improving. We want you to keep going to other levels. And obviously for me, that's the most important thing. And obviously if trophies and winning the league comes along with it, which I'm desperate to do in the near future, then that'll be amazing.
Do you feel like it's best form of your life so far?
Yeah, I'd say best form of your life is a tough one to say, because for me, it's about consistency. It's about playing really well for the course of the whole season. It's not just you score a goal and you play well, or it's some games I've scored and I've not actually played that well, but people get carried away thinking that you've played amazingly well when you've not. Whereas the games that I've played really well in my head, and the coaches are saying top draw, like the way that you're receiving the ball, playing forward, wanting to do all the right things. So yeah, I feel like, as I say, opinions are extremely volatile, and I'm somebody who doesn't really take too much notice in it. Just as long as the manager and the coaching staff who are with me every single day are seeing me improve and flourish, then that's perfect for me.
And then speaking of doing absolute bits, I noticed you did chuckle when we said man like J-Links, Jesse Lingard. I mean, tearing it up at West Ham, I suppose, as someone that, has shared a pitch with him many a time. This is no surprise to you, is it?
No, and honestly, the way that Jesse works, how hard he works in terms of whenever he wasn't playing and he wasn't in the team that much, he kept pushing, and it was not set with not playing. He wanted to play football regularly, and you're seeing that now in terms of how he's playing for England and obviously West Ham as well. So for me, just extremely pleased for him, because he's a good friend of mine, and all the boys at Man United love him. So yeah, we're hopefully we'll get him back soon.
Hopefully, indeed. And on the topic again of trophies, does that mean Europa League is just top priority rather, which is something that obviously United knows how to win in recent times. So how's the feeling about it this season?
Yeah, whenever I said recently about desperate to win a trophy, I've been desperate to win a trophy since I was 5 years old. That ambition has not changed. Just in the coming months of us getting knocked out of the cup by Leicester, that's not just all of a sudden been like, oh, we need to win a trophy and da-da-da-da. We need to build up a consistency of game by game where we're playing well in the league, in all the Champions League. Yeah, trophies are a priority for everybody at Manchester United. I don't care who you are. Everybody wants to win.
That's very true indeed. I mean, just turning up there and you see all the trophies, it's like you must just want to grab and take one home. Don't worry, you'll get there though. I believe in you. And I mean, just like we said, we're speaking of your form, and you spoke about exactly just, how you do push yourself and everyone around you. How much of it is down to, as well, Ole's influence? Because I know you mentioned him, once or twice about how he just kind of keeps your mindset on track. And I feel like, with the media, ourselves included, sometimes we don't see what's going on behind the scenes. So it's so easy to form criticism. But, I've spoken to a number of Man United players already within the last year, and they just have absolute praise. I think it was Eric Bailly who told me he's almost like an uncle instead of like a manager, because the way he connects with players on a mental level, people don't see how much he helps their development like that. So how's he done that for you?
You need to buy into everything that he's saying, especially with the other coaching staff as well. Kieran McKenna and Michael Carrick have helped me immensely, and I can't speak highly enough of the manager, Ole, Kieran, Michael, all the other members of staff as well, because they really have helped me so much in terms of my understanding of the game. And obviously Ole as well, like the way that he's trusted me to play probably the biggest games that we've had in recent years in terms of him being at the football club. Same with Jose as well. So yeah, tremendous people in terms of the way that they play football, and I'm just a pleasure to be a part of his team, and all the critics can have their opinion and they can say what they like and stuff like that, but they don't really know what goes on inside the football club for sure.
Do you feel like we are in probably one of the most exciting times that we've seen Man United in terms of building something for the future and probably getting back to the whole United way and the glory days that we always hear?
Yeah, it's building a squad that's bulletproof to anything. You see the way that social media is these days in terms of everybody has an opinion and their opinion is correct. Like, we have to build that squad to be bulletproof around Man United, because the way that people are in the media, I wouldn't even say media, I would say it's more just people online in general. We have to build up these younger boys to come through and really be thick-skinned to that. That's probably the most important thing, not read everything that's going on behind the scenes or anything like that, because they don't know. It's everybody in the club that needs to really pay attention to what we're doing and improving. And if we've got 20, 25 bodies who are all buying into what the manager's saying, then it's a difficult force to be stopped, to be fair.
And final question before we move on to our final game. How long do you think before we can get United back into those conversations of like definites to win Premier League and definites to win Champions League?
We were firmly in the conversation this year. Maybe one result that doesn't go your way and people start saying their opinions because it's Manchester United. But as I say, yeah, for us, it's important that we are in them conversations. We have to be. It's where Manchester United needs to be. And for us as players, we won't stop until we are. And obviously the way that we sign players and we bring young players through, I'm sure we'll be fine.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.